Hello, Vince here, and welcome to another episode of King of the Hill. The reigning king is Swedish House FIFA. He managed to knock out Cuba, which is a really big upset in my opinion, since I thought Cuba could go all the way. But today's challenger is going to be Karmapowah. Currently, Karmapowah is #1 in the Velo games. How is he going to fare up against Swedish House FIFA in Strade Bianche? So, we're gonna see the teams. We have the challenger Karmapowah first picking movie star, so he's probably gonna go with Valverde for this one. And we have the king going for Mega Farmer Quickstep. He's going for the Kwiatkowski pick, which also won the stage in real life. I don't know how Valverde versus Kwiatkowski is gonna go, but it's definitely gonna be a good matchup. And the official start to the race has been given. Swedish House FIFA was very lucky with the placement of Michael Kwiatkowski, and he's already at the front. And we also see Quintana's already at the front, so placements does not seem to be an issue today. Let's take a look at the teams. We have the reigning champion, Swedish House FIFA, with Kwiatkowski, Bonen, Cavendish, Martin, Meersman, Renshaw, Stibar, and Terpstra. Strong team. Well, Kwiatkowski with 78 Hill going up against the challenger Karmapowah Valverde, who seems to start at the back of the peloton with 80 Hill. It's gonna be really tough to beat this guy, but this stage is one of my favorites. This stage, or the hilly stages, are the most fun stages to watch because you never know what's going to happen. And as I say that, we see Andre Amador and Tony Martins are both in the breakaway, and it seems like a fair matchup with 74 Hill and 73 Hill going up against each other. Are they just gonna let these two guys go away, or who's gonna be the first guy to pace in the peloton? We already see Swedish House FIFA are now attacking with Genetic Stibar, getting him to the front. That has 75 Hill, which means he's got two guys up here, both with better Hill stats than Andre Amador. Now, Karmapowah has to react somehow, because I don't see Karmapowah just letting Swedish House FIFA go out with these two guys. But as I said before, I was trying to say before, hilly stages are the most fun stages to play, because you never know what's going to happen. Echelons are going to appear, weird stage finishes with sprints are going to appear, breakaways are going to win. Hill stages and cobble stages are just fun to watch. Strade Bianche is a special race because it doesn't have cobblestone, but it has gravel roads. You see these roads? They might look like cobblestone, but they're definitely not cobblestones. It's pure gravel. And as you might be seeing in the front now, we see 82R, Garmin, and Orca Greenwich, but we don't see Movie Star. And with the 7-minute gap, I think that Karmapowah has invested all his efforts into Amador. He's gonna try and win this stage with Andre Amador, even though he's going up against two riders from Mega Farmer Quickstep, Zdeněk Stibar and Tony Martin. This is gonna be a real tough time for Andre Amador, but he can definitely do it. It's still very possible. You just have to play your cards right. But with 8 minutes up to the front group, if he doesn't start pacing real soon and with 130 kilometers to go, I don't think he's going to get back up here. And if this was MLC, Simon Jones was going to be in real trouble because he just fell down, but he stays in the peloton. But it's not looking too good for Movistar. I don't like the position he's in right now, the challenger, but it looks like the king is using some of his experience in King of the Hill to try and win this stage. So, some of the important points in this stage. We see this big climb, that's the first important part, and then the next one is going to be this little black hill. This little black hill is going to decide everything. Right? Normally when I play Strade Bianche, it is the one that decides everything. So, keep your eyes out, but in this climb, you can definitely get dropped if you don't bring all you guys to the front. The breakaway is at the foot of the very important mountain, but down here on the peloton, it seems like Karmapowah finally have woken up and decided to pace with Jan Ishigire, or Ayan Ishigire, and John Gadre. So he's going to try to catch up now. 9 minutes up to the front group, it seems like an impossible task, but you might as well just give it a shot, because if it comes down to a sprint, Valverde will still be the strongest. But on the front group, let's take a look when these guys go up this very important hill, because it's probably one of actually it's the longest climb of the day, so you have to make sure you don't fall behind. And it looks like Andre Amador is actually just losing contact with Gustav Erik Larsson. So if he's not awake with Andre Amador, he might have to use efforts to get back up here. But it looks like he woke up and put Amador in just a bit higher effort. But you see this climb, it's not that steep, but it's very long compared to the other climbs. So in this stage, you know it's the hilly guys who can do good in the stage. It's not the big climbers like Contador, but the one weakness these hillers have is that they don't survive the big climbs. That is why this climb is so important, because it's so long and you just have to be ready for it. And it seems like nothing really happened in the breakaway, and down the peloton nothing will probably happen either. With this high pace, I could actually see it split up. Let's see what's gonna happen. They've now started this climb. I could actually see a gap just appearing, like right here, I guess, with the clock. Could happen right here. I don't think so. It actually says, the game just told us that Omega Farmer Quickstep was pacing. It's not true, but he's using the tactic with dotting with every single guy to make him sure that they stay in the front. So in case the big pace from Izagir and Quintana and Gadre splits the peloton, you still survive with all your helpers and your main leader. But it doesn't look like echelons will appear today in this climb. But trust me, in some of these upcoming climbs, if you set a high enough pace, it will crash. Because let's take a look at this. So you see this map? These red roads, they're not cobblestone sections. They're one-line roads, which means there's only one man that can fit at a time into these roads. So if you're not in the front group or in the front of the peloton, in front of your group, you're gonna fall behind. And if there is a split, you're gonna get caught on the wrong side. After giving it some thought, I actually think Karmapowah was in a really good position because in the breakaway, he doesn't need to pace with Andre Amador. As we see now, this is what Andre Amador's been doing for the last 50 kilometers. Just sitting here watching out for Stibar and Martin while they both try and pace and let the peloton stay behind them. While in the peloton, he just uses all his what is it called, strategies, and just paces with him. Don't even care, and just make sure that they die, and basically Valverde is going to be there in the end. And I like the positioning he's in right now, because no matter what, he's gonna have a guy in the final like few kilometers, because he has got Andre Amador in the front group, and he has Valverde back here. So if the peloton catches the breakaway, he's got Valverde. If in the breakaway wins, if the breakaway ends up just staying away, he's still got Andre Amador. And as we see just now, Stibar and Martin actually using efforts to try and stay away. But the main reason I started recording right now is because one of the steepest climbs are coming up now. I think it's the third steepest climb of the day. So you gotta be careful of what happens now, because look at how steep it is. It goes straight up. It's like 10%, and look at all the spectators. You really gotta be careful. We see Stibar is being protected by Tony Martin, or at least that's what it's looking like, and Andre Amador is getting ready. This breakaway group is gonna split, or people are definitely gonna be dropped. Back here in the peloton, once they reach that sector, it's very important to be in the front. You see, after this downhill it goes up again, and you gotta be in the front. We see that, where's Valverde actually? Valverde is very badly placed. Valverde is getting blocked now. Oh, is that Visconti attacking? No, he's him pacing really hard. But we see Kwiatkowski is very well placed, and he's actually driving away. This is why it's so important to be up here. This is a break. This is the break of the peloton we're speaking about. Such a high pace in Visconti is causing a break in the peloton, and his own captain Valverde is getting left behind. This is bad for Karmapowah. He has to realize this. He needs to stop pacing and get Valverde back up there. He was using unnecessary efforts with Valverde there because of his badly placement. But 19 men in this group. This peloton got thin out quite a bit, but now tailenders tend to get back up there. But still 24 men in this group, and it seems like Valverde, no, that's not Valverde, it's Visconti. Visconti's actually getting away. Visconti and Sausti and Anton are driving away from the main group. See, those parts are so crucial. You saw how badly placed Valverde was going into that, and you saw he got caught behind. If Valverde had been placed better, he could have kept up the pace, and it would have been, what would that have been, 5 versus 2? It would have been such a good matchup for Karmapowah. So positioning is really key, and with 36 kilometers to go, the front group has 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes down to the peloton, and the next crucial part is coming up real soon. Valverde is getting away. He's been pacing, Karmapowah's been pacing Valverde and with Anton for quite a while now, and he actually got a gap. This forces Swedish House FIFA to pace with Bono now, and he caught back up again. But this forced some sort of reaction out of Swedish House FIFA, and he just caught his own teammates, it seems like. Well, no, he actually didn't. Let's take another time check from Stibar down to this main group with Valverde and the other guys. It seems like suicide for me, though, that Karmapowah is already pacing with Valverde. Yeah, he's got Insausti and Anton and Quintana in this group. Actually, Quintana is dead, so he should have had them pacing. But in the front group, seems like Zdeněk Stibar is going away, and this is a smart move. It forces Amador to react. So now Karmapowah has to focus 2 places. He has to focus down the peloton and in the front group. Can Karmapowah multitask? That's the big question. Is Karmapowah secretly a woman? Well, who knows? We'll see. Actually, we won't see because he doesn't have a camera, from what I know. Well, soon that, actually a very crucial part is coming up now. This little climb is very important. Then the 2 climbs after that is going to decide this race. If you're not placed good in those climbs, you're going to fall behind. Valverde is very good placed, but he is isolated. Kwiatkowski has like 3 teammates here already, while Valverde is all alone, but Valverde is going now. Is his hill stat really going to be that good for him? I know that Kwiatkowski has 78 while Valverde has 80, and he has to actually attack him with Valverde, it seems like. That was an attack. That was actually an attack for Valverde. He should be dead now. He must be going for Andre Amador. From that attack, seems so stupidly to attack Valverde when you're in that good a position just to try to get that extra gap instead of just conserve your energy and pace. Well, Who knows? Karmapowah has not been playing this after the book, he's been playing it after his own mind. So if this works out to him, kudos, because that's not the way I would have played it. So with 12 kilometers to go, once again he tries to attack, and he actually got a gap this time. Kwiatkowski is isolated. Now Kwiatkowski has to pace for himself. Terpstra did not get in front of him to help protect him, and it's a one-man wide road. So this is where the positionings really matter, and this is the climb that really is gonna make or break your Strade Bianche, and Valverde is really making it right now. Let's take a time gap between these two. It's 5 seconds, but what's the time gap between Valverde and the guy all the way in the front? It seems like Stibar might actually win this on his own. It's 2 minutes. If Andre Amador does not catch back up to Stibar, Swedish House FIFA is gonna win this because of the breakaway, not because of Kwiatkowski and Valverde. It's very interesting. How much energy does Amador have left? It doesn't seem like it's much, and Valverde does not seem like he's gonna be able to catch up. So it looks like if Amador cannot catch up, it's all over. 40 seconds, and the gap is growing between Stibar and Amador. It looks like Swedish House FIFA is going to win again, but he's actually attacking with Amador. He's using the last amount of efforts Amador has left to try and catch back up. 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 25 seconds. Can he do it? He needs to attack for a long time with 2 kilometers left. This seems like an impossible task. 20-second gap. The gap is decreasing, but 1.5 to go as Amador burned everything he has in the tank. Now Stibar starts to pace, or he starts to attack, a sprint as he goes on the final kilometer. Can he do this? Yes! It seems like Swedish House FIFA can raise his arms in the air and take a breath of air and win this stage. If you think you got what it takes to beat Swedish House FIFA, put your name in the comment section below. I am trying my best to reach every single guy out there, because it's very tough for me to get in touch with all of you, because I have so many guys that wants to play in this, and always, I know you guys have been seeing that I start repeating some of the old competitors, but that's because they're so easy for me to get in contact with, and if they win, I can easily set up a second rematch. But thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to Swedish House FIFA. You might be the most winning guy in King of the Hill's history.